family, welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buck. I want to thank you for stopping by to check out a 100% honest, no bullshit review of Controlled Labs Gamer Up Nootropic Supplement. Today we're going to talk about this supplement on 5 different categories. First, the ingredient profile. Second, the effectiveness. Third, taste. Fourth, mixability. And then finally, we're going to talk about the value of this product. Gamer Up, it's targeted towards gamers, but it can also secondary as a pre-workout for those of you who have a hard time with pre-workouts. We start with 2 grams of taurine, which is a sufficient dosage of taurine, especially to the pre-workout category. We typically see this dose at 1 gram, which enhances strength output during your workout. But when coupled with caffeine, it can help enhance your focus and your cognitive abilities, which is exactly what this product is trying to do. Second, we get 2 grams of L-tyrosine. This is a cognitive enhancing ingredient used also in the pre-workout market, typically around 1 gram. So at 2 grams, it's double a typical dosage of a pre-workout. 2 grams of this is going to help alleviate stress, it's going to help alleviate anxiety, but mostly it's going to help you focus on what you're doing, and that, for you gamers, is playing games for hours upon hours. Then we get lion's mane mushroom powder at 500 milligrams. This is also a nice ingredient that alleviates anxiety, helps reduce stress levels, and helps you go ahead and increase your focus, because if you can decrease your stress and anxiety, you can really focus on what's going on. For those of you gaming, you obviously know, especially if you're gaming online or if you're just gaming in general, you need to focus on what's going on and really do what you're trying to do, and that is win the damn game. Inside the gym, you want to focus on lifting weights and busting ass, so it's going to help with that as well. The next ingredient is Bacopa at 200 milligrams. Now, this is an herb that our reviewer says is very underrated. It's actually used in medicine and has some really good research providing beneficial for mental cognition, as well as reducing anxiety. So you don't see this ingredient in a lot of products. You're going to see it more in the nootropic market. It is nice to see it here in Gamer Up, and it's going to help with your overall functionality in terms of your focus and your cognitive enhancement. So let's then talk about caffeine. Caffeine, 125 milligrams. Now, this is where we say it could couple or secondary as a pre-workout, but 125 milligrams of caffeine really is not a lot. It's about a cup of coffee and a half. For those of you gaming, this is going to be a nice dosage of caffeine to couple with that taurine that we talked about earlier, but it's not going to get you bouncing off the walls, because you don't want to be shaking and freaking out on the couch playing games. You want to be able to focus on what you're doing. And obviously at 125 milligrams of caffeine, that's going to stimulate your central nervous system, which is going to help with your cognitive enhancing and your focus ability. Next, we get 100 milligrams of alpha GPC. This is by far my favorite nootropic on the market. However, the 100 milligrams, this is sufficiently underdosed. We want a minimum of 300 milligrams, but I would like to see this more at 600 milligrams to really benefit you in the gaming community and those of us here in the gym. Next, we have 500 micrograms of lutein. Lutein is an interesting supplement for people who want to support eye health. So it's going to help you focus more on movement on the screen, which if you're thinking about in the gaming community, stuff moves pretty quick, and the graphics nowadays are insane from when we were back in the regular Nintendo days. So having nice eye movement and be able to focus on the screen is going to be a very good thing. However, the flip side of this, it's dosed really low. At 500 micrograms, this could be dosed sufficiently higher. The last ingredient is huperzine A at 200 micrograms, but you need to look at the label because it's only standardized to 1% huperzine A, which is going to give you essentially 2 micrograms of huperzine A, which is sufficiently underdosed. You want at least 100 micrograms of huperzine A. So those last 2 ingredients, alpha GPC and huperzine A, should be dosed significantly higher. Overall, not a bad profile. It starts off really nice and kind of tapers off on the ingredients in which I'd like to see higher, alpha GPC and huperzine, which are really nice cognitive enhancing ingredients. Those would be great to be a lot higher than what they are. In terms of effectiveness for this product, it really is what you're using it for, right? So like, if you're stim sensitive and you don't like a lot of caffeine, you can use this as a pre-workout. It's going to be a lot better than the Red Bull, a lot better than the Monster in terms for the gaming community, because you're going to have some cognitive enhancing functionalities for this supplement. Is it the best nootropic on the market? No, it's not the best nootropic on the market. But for those of you in the gaming community, this is going to be just fine. In terms of taste, this is where they get it right. The taste of this one was bubblegum, and they nail it. And Controlled Labs does a really good job with their flavor houses to make their powders taste really, really good. Mixability, along with taste, is also really good. There's no issues in terms of residue and particles floating. You can mix this up quickly. You can sip on this while you're gaming. You can chug it. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, it's going to be a lot better than an energy drink, but at the end of the day, it's really what you want to use it for. If it's for the gym, might not be the best supplement to go, but strictly as a nootropic, strictly as a gaming supplement, this is going to be just fine for you guys, which is also why we say the value of this product is really good. It retails for about 24 bucks. which is not bad for a supplement, especially getting the amount of servings that you get with the supplement. So for 24 bucks, it's going to be a lot cheaper than a Monster, a lot cheaper than a Red Bull, and it's going to provide a benefit more so than Monster and Red Bull is going to provide you, especially those in the gaming community. Here's the deal. You can even save a few dollars by looking below to see if we have a coupon code. We also have a purchase link for you there as well. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below. Stay up to date with all new nootropic reviews and more right here at Fitness Informant. Be sure to check out our podcast. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit on iTunes, Spotify, right here on YouTube, and Google Podcasts. And for this review, more reviews from Controlled Labs and other nootropics, make sure you check out our official website. We're online at fitnessinformant.com.